Hey my friends, how's it going? It's Ultimus, and for today's video, before we get into the main content of it, I wanted to clear something up and offer an apology about yesterday's video. Yesterday I did a video regarding the Arms Warrior artifact weapon appearance, how it had been discovered, and it was easy as cake to get. Now, I was half right and half wrong, so I'm just going to apologize and act like I was wrong. There's been a couple of you guys that have reached out to me in comments and saying, "Yo, Ultimus, I can't get my skin. What's up? What am I doing?" And the truth is, I don't know. There hasn't been any clear-cut answer from anybody, Blizzard, another player, anything on what triggers the quest. I've been able to obviously get it on my Alliance Warrior, but even I myself have gone over on my Horde Warrior, and the quest has not triggered for me. At the time of getting the quest on my Arms Warrior, I have completed the Warrior Class Hall campaign. I've completed all of Suramar quest up till, of course, the new 7.1 stuff. My artifact knowledge was level 11. So I don't know. But there's been a couple different people who have been saying basically that they're having issues with the quest as well. So it could just be bugged. But as soon as I know for sure, I will be making a small little video to update you guys on what's going on. And of course, if any of you who have reached out to me as far as like, hey, what's going on? I can't get my skin, have since then received your skin or got the quest to trigger, let me know. I'd love to hear that from you guys and make sure that you guys got your skins. So I do apologize for it. I'm not going to take the video down just because I feel like most of the video is still relevant, and especially since nothing's been confirmed on what triggers it or doesn't. If I feel like what comes around later confirming what triggers the quest makes the video completely invalid or irrelevant, I will delete the video. So there's that. But moving on from that, I wanted to, of course, update you guys on this week's weekly quest, World Bosses, and then I also want to talk about PvP, one of my favorite topics, of course, but we'll get to that. For starters, of course, as always, don't forget to pay a visit to our old friend Archmage Timar. This week's stuff is all battle pets, so I personally won't be partaking in this. The battle pet stuff is just not my jam. But for those of you that do enjoy it and love it, you of course have your Sign of the Critter. Pet battle experience gained increased by 200% this week, and if you defeat 5 players through Find Battle with a team of level 25 pets, you receive a ultimate battle training stone. Why time was the word I chose there, I don't know, but there it is. So if you're into pet battles, or looking for maybe some different content that you never tried before, this is a great time to try out pet battling and see if you guys enjoy it. Of course, don't forget about our friend over here on the far side of the violet hold there, Archmage Landalac. He's of course got your seals that you can get each week, your Seal of Broken Fate for gold or order resources. I personally, this is going to be weird and maybe I'm doing this wrong, but I have been actually spending my Call of the Valkyr, which is the 18-hour instant world quest thing you can use, and I'm pretty sure all order holes have them. I don't know though, because I haven't played any of their classes other than my warrior at the moment, so I'm not going to say that officially. But I've been doing this in the way that I complete my world quest, and then I've been using this on whichever world quest gives me the most order resources, so I've been able to farm order resources that way. Unless I find something else that I just have to have, and I don't feel like going and doing the quest for. But for the most part, I've been using my, again, the Call of the Valkyr on world quests that give me order resources, which has been really helpful to me personally in keeping my order resources stocked up so I don't have to worry about running out. And yeah, so there's that. Little small helpful tip. I don't know how much of a tip it is though, because I don't know if that's the best way to use your instant world quest, but that's just how I've been doing it. Of course, now we have the world boss for the week is up here at the very north corner of High Mountain. The quest, of course, itself is known as a Dark Tide, and you're going to be after Float Sam this week, and he rewards 963 gold. Of course, you can bonus roll for loot if you want, and there's that for the week. So, not a whole lot that's super crazy for me, at least this week, so it should be a pretty mellow week, it feels like, in world questing and in objectives, which might be kind of nice, because then I can focus on mythic pluses and arenas and PvP. But now that we've got all that out of the way, speaking of PvP, let's talk about PvP. Yes, we got a good segue this time. I want to talk to you guys this week mostly about PvP in the sense of ever since Legion went live, one of the big selling points and one of the big things that a lot of us were excited about was weekly updates for PvP, right? No longer having to wait entire patches for classes to be patched, fixed, tweaked, because that was a long time to wait, and that was always a dice roll because what if the initial changes were kind of meh? They really wouldn't update them until the next patch. But now that now that Legion has been live, we've been seeing pretty much tweaks to classes every week. And I want to hear from you guys on what you think of that. I want to know what you think of the weekly class tuning. Now, and what I mean by that, of course, if it doesn't already make sense, I'll clarify what I'm saying. Is that like every week you'll see minor changes to like 8% buffs to this class or this spec, or 8% buffs to this ability, or 10% buffs to this, or for example, like you saw a couple weeks ago, hamstring going back on the global cooldown, things like that. I'm not asking about are you happy with how your class is being tuned and treated. That's a different video for a different time. I want to know about big picture, looking at PvP. What do you guys think about having the weekly updates? Do you think it benefits PvP? Do you think it's been good for the game? Has it done more damage? Has it made things feel a little more under control, or has it made them feel a little more disheveled? Me personally, I'm kind of on the fence about it, actually. I thought this is going to be something I would absolutely love and adore as a feature in World of Warcraft, but I'm kind of on the fence on it, because with stuff being changed almost constantly, it makes things seem very chaotic and very disheveled to me. I don't know. It doesn't scream Blizzard doesn't know what they're doing, at least to me. But it just seems like every time I log on, I don't know what to expect anymore. I almost feel like there's no consistency in my class, but or in PvP as a whole. But I think overall, for the PvP scene and for the community for arenas, I do think it is good for the game, especially comparing it to what we've seen. But I think we'll just have to wait and see to what it looks like as we get deeper into this season and as we get more seasons of PvP throughout Legion. I'm willing to obviously give it more time before I form a definitive opinion of my own, because I can see both sides of it. Because I definitely don't want to go back to changes and class tweaks happening every couple of months, because that to me feels way too long. So yeah, I don't really know, but I would really love to hear what you guys think about it. Do you like the weekly updates and changes and tweaks to classes, or do you think it does more damage than good? I just want to know what you guys think. So don't forget to let me know, of course, down in the comment section. I also want to talk to you guys about the changes to PvP rewards. A couple of weeks ago, maybe a week ago, feels like a couple of weeks ago, my time frame is all messed up. We talked about how you win gear every 10 wins based on your previous week's rating. And so, of course, we're constantly getting artifact power from all that now, which is great. What do you guys think about getting artifact power from PvP? And not just artifact power, but a lot of artifact power. Of course, your first 2's win is going to give you 1450 there. 3's is 2150, and then Raid of Battlegrounds is all the way up to 9,600. Do you guys like getting artifact power from your PvP, or do you think that it is too much? Like, artifact power should be reserved for just dungeons and world quests and things like that. What do you guys think? I'm just very, very curious, because for me, it hasn't stopped me from going out and doing world quests and getting out into the world and doing things. I do just as much of it all anyways, and so to me, it's just nice being able to get more out of my PvP experience than just gear and hopefully bragging rights on dominating a match or walking away with my tail between my legs because I'm getting destroyed. Either way. The big point of what I wanted to talk about, of course, was every 10 wins, you win a piece of gear based on your last week's rating. So, for example, it says rewards an item level 840 item based on your highest rating from the previous week, which was a measly, sad 1118. But, of course, that's after 10 wins. Previously, you won a piece of gear just on your one win, right? 1 win and 2's got you a piece of gear, 1 win and 3's got you a piece of gear, and 1 win out of RBGs got you a piece of gear. And it is worth noting that the RBG win is for 3 wins, not 10. Do you like it better having to win 10 games as opposed to just one, because one felt a little bit cheap, right? You could just kind of cheese ball it, and that's kind of what I ended up doing a lot of times. I would just get a random group together because it was such low rated in 3s and 2s. You just run in and just zerg some poor healer down or some guy that doesn't really know how to defend himself yet, and then you walk away with your piece of gear. It seemed a little easy. It's a very different situation, but it almost felt like being rewarded heroic level gear for doing Raid Finder, if that makes sense. It felt like the reward far outweighed the effort that was needing to be put in. I really like trying to find the matches was harder than actually playing the matches. But I want to know what you guys think. Do you miss just the one win reward system, or do you like needing to put in time for 10 games worth before you get your piece of gear? I personally tend to prefer the 10 games. I like it because, again, it forces me to keep PvPing even when I don't feel like it. Because usually when I don't feel like PvPing, it's because I feel like I've had a rough week and I've had a rough time, and I'm just like, I just suck. I don't want to play anymore. This is dumb. I'm just going to PvE. I'm better at that. But it forces me to keep practicing and get better if I want my gear. And again, it just feels like the time spent is matched equally with the reward that's given out. So I don't know. That's just kind of where I'm at it. I really want to hear what you guys think, of course, on both of those questions. What do you guys, of course, as we talked about, think about the PvP reward system? Do you like the changes? Would you like to see it go back? Would you like to see maybe a middle ground, 5 wins? I don't know. Throwing that out there. Let me know what you guys think. And then, of course, do you guys like the new system of updating classes every week or so? Sometimes it feels like even quicker. Do you like the weekly hotfixes, or do you feel like it's too much? I don't know. So really want to hear what you guys think. Let me know down in the comment section. But that's going to do it for this video, guys. So as always, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you did enjoy it. A share every once in a while helps out as well, especially if you really enjoyed the video. But yeah, that's going to do it for me. So as always, thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you next time.